Well, hello, brothers and sisters in North Dakota. Pro-life leader Frank Pavone here, National Director of Priests for Life, bringing you my greetings and encouragement as you gather for the North Dakota March for Life, a gathering for life this year, and renew your commitment to protect our youngest brothers and sisters, the children in the womb. I greet you, I thank you, I encourage you. I would be with you in person if I didn't already have during this week commitments in Washington and in New York. But brothers and sisters, I've been to your state many times, as many of you know, usually in the snow, whether standing there on the steps of the Capitol in Bismarck or standing outside of the Fargo abortion facility, which, praise God, is there no longer. Thank you for being one of the states that has no abortion facility, no Planned Parenthood, and that is moving forward decisively for the protection of life. You have done so much good over the years, both in the legislative body, and I send greetings to my friend Senator Myrdal, who, as you know, is one of the great pro-life witnesses in the legislature, and her colleagues in both chambers that are doing so much for the unborn. Thank you for that. And thank you to the church in North Dakota. I recall back when I was first starting with Priests for Life, it was 1994, I made my first trip to your beautiful state at the invitation of Bishop James Sullivan at that time in the Diocese of Fargo. Some of you will remember him, and there was an event where 1,000 people marched under the banner of Walking with Christ for Life, and we brought the Eucharist to, at that time it was the Women's Health Association abortion mill, Women's Health Organization in Fargo. And that was before the Red River Clinic, which of course has moved to Minnesota, as you know. But we prayed there out in front of that abortion mill with the Eucharist, and what a powerful witness that was. But as the church and as the clergy of all denominations speak up for the unborn, you will continue to make progress. Governor Burgum did the right thing in the spring of 2023 in signing the legislation to protect babies in the womb in North Dakota. We thank him for doing that. Of course, now he serves in the greatest cabinet in presidential history here in the second administration of President Donald Trump, and we thank him for that service over at the Department of the Interior. But brothers and sisters, it was the right thing to pass that legislation, and now it is the right thing to keep defending it as the North Dakota Supreme Court considers whether or not it passes constitutional muster. We as a people need to continue to speak out to our fellow citizens and to our judges that there is no such thing as a constitutional right to abortion. That, of course, is one of the issues at stake here in North Dakota, that some judges are asserting that, well, the Constitution provides for a right to abortion and therefore we cannot have this law, even though the people and their elected representatives and their elected governor want it. We're not going to allow it. That's inconsistent with the direction in which our country is moving right now. The Dobbs decision in 2022 made it crystal clear that the reason it was striking down Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey was that nowhere in the history of the United States has there been a constitutional right to abortion until the time of Roe. Not only not in our federal Constitution, but not in any of the state constitutions either. That includes North Dakota. Nowhere in the history of our constitutions, nowhere in the interpretive texts, nowhere in legal scholarly articles, nowhere in legislative history, nowhere at all is there an asserted right to abortion, nor is there any reason to think that the framers of these constitutions ever thought that killing a baby would be protected by the document that they were adopting. It's ridiculous. It's offensive, and it's something that you and I, all people in North Dakota, all of us throughout the nation, have to continue to assert and continue to educate our fellow citizens about. You can be sure that we will be continuing to work with you, to pray with you for victory in this Supreme Court case, and in fact, should that decision go the wrong way, to continue pressing in the legislature and in public opinion for a complete and swift overturn of any further wrong decisions by our courts. We are moving in the direction of restoring the right to life in America. Praise God that for years we looked at North Dakota as one of the handful of states that had only one remaining abortion facility, and of course now you have none at all. And we have multiple states protecting babies from the beginning of their lives. You are on exactly the right track as you continue working for that protection. We have, brothers and sisters, in North Dakota, the opportunity to continue to be a reminder to the nation of the direction we're going. You know, in Roe v. Wade, you think of it as the different gears of a car. We were in reverse, in as much as the courts were saying to the people and their elected representatives, you may not protect the unborn. What happened when in 2022 Roe was overturned? What happened was we moved from reverse into neutral. The court saying, you may protect the unborn. In other words, people and your elected representatives, it's up to you. You may protect the unborn. And that means now the field is open for us to work even harder, as you have been doing, as you and your representatives and your governor did in 2023, as we will continue to do. We may protect the unborn. The court has backed off and gotten out of the way. And many of the state courts in North Dakota the judges need to take this example. Many of the state courts, given that ruling from Dobbs, given the tone that it set, given the authority that it recognized resides with the people and their elected representatives, have upheld numerous pro-life laws. One of the first to do so after Dobbs was in Indiana. We've seen it throughout the South and the southeastern part of our country, and various courts, including here in Florida, have given us the green light to say yes, deference to the people and their elected representatives to protect these babies. So under Dobbs, we're in neutral. We need to get to the day when the courts will put us into drive, saying not just that you may protect the unborn, but that you must protect the unborn. That day is coming. Dobbs didn't give the protection. It acknowledged that we have the opportunity to give that protection. But the day will come when we will go into drive and say, we must protect the unborn. You are a witness to that fact today. By this gathering that you're having, we send a message to the state, we send a message to the nation, we send a message to legislators and judges and governors, and we send a message to all our fellow citizens across America. We gather because there is a group of people who need our help. Very often, the term pro-life is too big for its own good. Don't let that happen within your own mind and heart or the discussions you have. The term pro-life, you can apply it to any issue. I mean, why is an issue at all if it doesn't impact human life? But brothers and sisters, this pro-life movement has arisen and continues to work for a very specific group of people, the children in the womb. And it is their right to life that we are committed and that we are gathering to defend. Those specific people, that specific right. Let's not allow the name of this movement to be so diluted and overextended that people can't make sense anymore of what moral issues are the most important. This one is the most important because every other right depends on the right to live. Every right that we have is conditioned on being alive. There is no great education plan for children who have been dismembered. There is no great health care plan for children who have already been thrown in the garbage. You can't defend the right to vote for people who are dead. Well, of course, unless you're Democrats in various parts of the country. But you see the point. Every right that we have depends on the right to life. This is not only the most important movement of our time, It's the most important movement of all time. I knew Mother Teresa of Calcutta. In 1994, the same year that I first came to Fargo at that beautiful Eucharistic procession, Mother Teresa spoke at the National Prayer Breakfast in Washington. And that was the speech in which she said, if we say that a mother can kill her own child, how can we tell other people not to kill each other? The lack of respect for the tiniest children undermines our respect for all children. I thank you for the work that you do in this movement. We at Priests for Life, together with our affiliated ministries, Rachel's Vineyard, Healing After Abortion, Silent No More, those that have had abortions and are speaking out about their experience and giving witness to the healing power of Christ, and in all the other activities we do, both with churches and with government officials and with elections, we are standing with you. We will continue to work with you and encourage you. All of us at Priests for Life greet you and thank you for this event that you are having. And let's look forward, brothers and sisters, with the Christian hope that says we are not just working for victory. We are working from victory. Victory is our starting point because Jesus Christ is risen from the dead. Death has been conquered. Life and immortality have been revealed through his gospel. And the battle we wage, which is very real and has real consequences, nevertheless, is an echo of a defeated kingdom when it stands up for death. That kingdom has been defeated, and we don't stand there wondering, can we, will we, might we overcome, how can we overcome the power of the culture of death? No, we stand in front of that culture and its representatives, and we declare, you have already been defeated. Away from the human family, enough harm being caused, be gone. We stand in victory with Jesus Christ, the author of life, the conqueror of death. And that's why we have joy and peace, even as we face these tragic realities that abortion represents. You and I have the joy and peace that comes only from the Lord and that no one can take away from us. Thank you for what you're doing. God bless North Dakota. And God bless the United States of America. Pro-life leader Frank Pavone here of Priests for Life. Talk to you soon.